Hey guys, it's Danielle, Vita Plastica, and I'm in my kitchen, and I'm cooking up some dolly stew. Okay, hold on, let's see if you can see this. This is the green dye for my Doll Zone Shoyo. We did dark brown yesterday. And it doesn't really look like it's taking very much. Let me grab a piece and rinse it off and show you what it looks like. I'm still just seeing tan. It could be that I needed to make a more concentrated batch of dye. I don't think this one was super concentrated. Oh, well, it's, I don't know. This light is so harsh. Does that help at all, or does it make it worse? Ugh, yeah, this is awful. You're not going to get a good read on that. But I'm not seeing any green. No greenness to it at all. Better or worse? Better or worse? Better? Worse? So, it's cool. It's cool. I'm just going to keep her soaking for a while, keep the parts moving so nothing sticks to the bottom of the hot pan. So, I don't know about that. Anyway, I got another piece of bummer news this morning. Well, it wasn't really exactly bummer news. So I contacted the chick I sold the wig to see if everything was okay. And, you know, there were some flaws that I knew were there, but I didn't have time, and I ran out of hair. So, what I tried to do, she said she wanted to wear updos sometimes. So I glued it to the inside of the wig cap, and so it would look okay when she pulls it back. So some of the crown, which was a little, I won't call it like glue balled, like I had glued a portion of hair down and it was just flat and shiny, and that is a problem I have. If I had been making it for someone else, as I explained before, it'd be a different story. But anyway, so she's like, you know, it's cool, you know, it has these bald issues, but, you know, I liked it. I took it to a meet. Everybody liked it. And then she showed me a picture of the wig. And she has it on the exact same doll that I made the wig for. So basically, there's like another Aniata running around out there with Aniata hair. And I was so mad at myself. I should have asked her before I gave her this wig, what kind of doll do you have? Just out of curiosity, because if I knew that she had a doll more Keely, it would never have happened. I don't like copycat dolls. I don't like having the same doll that everybody else has. And I don't like to see people copying each other in the hobby. Not that she's copying me. This was her doll for I don't know how long, and if my Keely inspired her to get a Keely, I have no problem with that. But the hair is like one of the biggest things you can change on a doll that will completely change their appearance. And so it is going to look like, no matter what her face-up looks like, it's going to look like Aniata is running around out there, and she's not mine. So, after my initial, like, hot tears of rage, I decided to just look on the bright side. I am always a bright side person. I do not like to get down about things that you can't change, or if you can change, you can't change right now or something. This dye is not looking too good, honeys. Because it's just dyeing heavily on some parts, but not other parts. Let's see if I can wipe it away. But just like what is happening in this dark area on the bosom. Yeah, it's being weird. So I think I'm going to take it out and add all of the rest of my brown powder in here, just to not waste all of the dye and see what happens. So anyway, yeah, so I told her how I felt about it, and that, you know, I really wish that she had told me something. She says she did tell me, but she didn't. I reread the whole email chain. So anyway, it's an opportunity, right? Right, sorry, bright sider. So it's an opportunity for me to learn how to do doll dreadlocks, which it will lock very easily with this hair. This hair, as soon as you wash it, it wants to lock up. It wants to be dreadlocked, so I don't think it'll be too bad, I hope. So I'm going to try to do that today. And then we're going to finish the dyeing today. We're going to restring today. I still think it's probably a little too hot and humid to do MSC, but maybe I can work on some face-ups. All I know is I have to craft with rage to get through the disappointment I feel in my whole dolly weekend. It's almost like I wanted to put a big focus because I was going to go to school, and then I decided that I name every year. And so this year was the year of self-ownership. And one of the things was going to school, and then it was the not going to school, because what am I going to school for? So that I can major in English and get paid a little bit better? Like, what, I'm going to make 10,000 more? And so what, am I going to be happier? Because I'm spending a good 10 years away from the 15 minutes I get with my children every day? So I decided that was not going to happen, and that instead I would work harder on self-education, which I used to put a big emphasis on, but that was before I had kids, and that's when I had loads of extra time, and so it's just gotten harder, and I just have to work harder at that. So one of the things that I wanted to spend more time focusing on are the dolly things. I used to have this thing when I was in the Barbie hobby called Dolly University, and Dolly University was just me, and I wanted to recruit a bunch of people, so maybe I should start another Facebook group. Anyway, so it's getting some professional instruction on some of the basic things that we do in this hobby. You know, maybe some sculpture or some set design, you know, things like that. Even graphic design helps. I mean, all sorts of things could help us. So I've been doing, I work at a university, and we have free access to lynda.com, sorry, L-Y-N-D-A, and it's got all these courses and whatnot. I've been working on the photography one. There's a screenwriter's course that's really good, at least the first part of the course, because I've always had problems with plotting. Sorry, I'm always looking in the wrong place because I'm vain. So, yeah, the screenwriting course is really good for writing stories and stuff, because I'm bad at plotting. I'm good with dialogue and somewhat with character development, but when it comes to a plot, I really just want to write a bunch of stuff that happened, and nobody actually wants to read that. You don't want to read someone's diary. Not that anyone's reading my stories, but I just have to feel better about the whole craft. All of the crafts that go into being a doll collector. Am I missing a freaking peanut? I think I'm missing a peanut. I hope it didn't melt into nothingness at the bottom of that pan. Anyway, so what other things? No, I've got the nuts. Okay, so some other things that I'm going to be working on today is working on the motorcycle, which I did a little work on last night, and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, real quick before we go down, let's take a look at just a sample, and we'll try to do this in the sun. Sample of, I'm like, do you see any green? There's like no green here. So I've put the rest of the brown dye in the pot. It's still hot enough, I think, to be fine. And then I'm going to dump the pieces in, and then we'll go downstairs and we'll check out the motorcycle. Guys, now we're down in my doll room, and I'll show you the work that I did on the motorcycle. Which isn't too much. I painted this thing red, and I'll probably do another coat on it. I don't know why, but I feel like I have to take it from how it would have looked down to how it looks now. I might even like shine it up. I don't know. I've got my moldable plastic. I've got my thermometer. It's a candy thermometer, and so I'll know what 150 degree water feels like. I was thinking, like, I can tell within a degree by, like, putting my hand on a kid's head what kind of fever we're working with, but when it comes to water, like, what's 150? I can tell you what 100 is. And I learned that my tap water is about 101 degrees, which seems kind of hot. It really does, it does hurt. I don't even know what temperature Fahrenheit water freezes at. I'm sorry, why am I talking about this? Oh, shoot, I see I missed a spot. So anyway, I painted the tires. I gave it a little wash of black, which is going to have to get a heavier wash of black and brown, and then maybe I'll do some Georgia red clay splatter on it, because that's always fun. And oh, I decided I will put the skull, actually dirtied up a little bit more too. I think I will put it right there, and then on Wish I saw these like tiny flashlight things that'll go here, and they'll be like strapped in with duct tape or rope or something. I cannot wait to really trick this thing out. It's going to be fun. So anyway, that'll go there. And I might put some other, ooh, don't break. I might put some other junkola around there. So I think that's it. Oh no, I did some work on the boat. I didn't add the dark green. And yeah, I'm wearing the same clothes as yesterday because these are basically my bum around the house / pajamas, depending on my mood. So I added some browns, which you can't even see anymore because I added silver on top of that to give it a sort of otherworldly gleam. So hopefully you can pick up on that a little bit. Or like, you know, bits of quartz and rocks and stuff. So I think that's it. I'm going to make something pretty to go inside, like some kind of blanket or something. I need to make some oars, and then that'll be done. Yeah, so I guess that's about it for now. I just had to talk about my situations this weekend. But I'm not going to... Oh, did I even finish what I was saying about Dolly University? So anyway, it was a disappointment to me because I felt like the convention was part of, and the wig making was part of, you know, increasing my professionalism in this hobby, let's say. And so that was kind of a bummer. So I just have to work harder, learn how to do more things, and have fun, and always keep the focus on the fun. Because this hobby is awesome, and if you start stressing about it, then, like, what's the point? So maybe, like, doing this, and maybe that's a lesson I should learn, doing something creatively for a job, like a dependable source of income, is maybe not for me. I don't like the pressure of, do people like it? Do people like it? Because I will freak out all day wondering if people like it, or if they like me. Am I valid? Do I have any skills? So it's better to just be stress-free about it and just have this as something that I really love. Metalworking. I want to get into some metal. This is what taught me that I need to have some metalworking in my repertoire because I don't have any, and I would really love to melt these things. Let me show you. The, like, foot holds and whatnot. I would love to melt them down, melt them off, so that I could replace it with something else. Maybe something that would move, you know. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to get to work now, and I'm going to feel chipper and not let anything get me down. It's a happy hobby. Happy hobby. Well, I love you guys, and thanks for tuning in again. Bye.